I got 3 placements off Twitch from like a Young Boy, the DC Marvel joint, and then some shit that ain't even out yet.
Like you could just get something easily placed on there. Like
if you don't have no big placements, you shouldn't be doing like paid collabs because like you selling these people a dream.
If you send me a loop and I work on it, go crazy on it, throw some drums on it, as much as I appreciate you sending me the music, you gotta let me lead on the business. Like don't be getting in email threads and saying, but I made the music, I deserve this and that.
Don't fight me about this, but I feel like drill is ruining the art of sampling. They sampling every song and they put in these trash ass raps over it like.
welcome back to another episode of the podcast. This is ProducerGrind. Now today, this is it's different, it's special, it's different and it's special. First off, we got OG Parker. What's up with you, bro?
What's happening?
And we got JB in the cut.
What's good? How you doing?
Now this is your second time with us, right?
You already know, y'all family, I had to come back through.
So ever since then, bro, went on like 4-5 different runs, bro. So we had to bring him back. We got to talk about that. But that's not it though. Today we got Mimi.
From Producer Culture. Y'all know me from Producer Talk too on Producer Culture channel. But yeah, let's do this.
Now before we get into the interview, man, let's just give a round of applause to Mimi, man. She just went for 2 for 2 for a beat battle in Atlanta. You know I love them. So
yes, sir.
We'll give a round of applause real quick.
Yes, sir.
Miss Unbeatable for sure.
But OG Parker, man, let's get straight into it. So let's go ahead and talk about you on your goddamn DJ Khaled shit, man. You got that going crazy with it. Like, talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. Any college man, book me, you know what I'm saying? We going to all these college shows all around the world, just turning up. I got a couple people that I be bringing with me, like my brother's, one of my artists, McNell, he come with me. Sometimes I bring DJ Tone, my brother DJ Chapo, and we just really go out there and just get lit for real.
So as far as like, Migos was like your biggest like personal relationship placement?
Yeah, I like popping it off. Yeah, for sure. I would say now I kind of been working with a lot of other artists and like kind of building my relationships up.
So as far as like producers, like what would y'all say is like, because I mean, you got like decade producers like Southside, Metro, who, 10 could go on 20 years. But then for like average producer lifespan, it's really like small now. It's like 3-5 years. Like a producer get a big hit and you might not hear from that nigga again. So like how do you like just stay relevant throughout your career?
I feel like networking is probably like the key to success with that. Cause like I try to like, when I work with artists, I want to build a relationship with them. So like I want them to call me back to the studio. I don't want to just send them some beats and then they go through the pack, maybe make a song. It don't make the album and then it's dead. Like I'd rather like, stay in contact. Like, oh, you good? Just check in on them. You know what I'm saying? And then like, yo, I got another pack for you. And just kind of like stay consistent.
I feel that. So for the new viewers who don't know OG Parker, don't know the story, go ahead and talk about like your come up real quick again.
Yeah, so I kind of came in through OG Mako. Me and my boy Deco, we kind of was just working with OG Mako. He got signed to QC, brought us up there. And then we kind of kept working with everybody in QC, Rich the Kid, Cinco, Migos. And then like I ended up getting signed to QC and it's kind of just been like a family thing since then.
Like, a lot of producers say that they build relationships, but like, what do you do to build relationships?
I feel like you kind of like bring the energy. Like growing up, like I watched a lot of producer sessions and like, I feel like a lot of the things like I noticed was that like, Pharrell brought the energy to the session. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was in there with Justin Timberlake jumping up and down and like they having fun making the music. Like it's a whole movie. Like you don't want to just go in a session, just sit there quietly on a laptop and just press play. Like you kind of want to like control the whole session and bring your vibe and like give input and kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Just make it like your whole own experience.
You ever had like one of them situations where somebody does something like to the extreme to get your attention?
As in like
a producer, they want to work and they just go to the extreme. They might give you a crazy amount of money or just do something crazy.
No, not really.
Really?
Okay. What you mean? Like
I didn't have somebody like pull up on me and like give me a whole script. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy shit.
Yeah, I mean like just like for instance like last night at Mimi Battle, like a lot of producers kind of came up to me, but like they kind of did it the right way. Like, hey, I'm an up and coming producer. I'd like to work with you. Can I send you some loops? Let me get your email. Like they don't really come up to me like, bro, can I pull up on you tomorrow? Like
y'all ever seen this clip before, bro? Nigga said,
can I get your Gmail? Can I get your Gmail, please?
That's crazy. That's crazy. Who is that? That's crazy.
You gotta send me that.
No, definitely I need to see that.
You gotta send that to my phone.
That's how I'll probably be on your Instagram, dude.
Bro, I'm about to put it. No. Don't even be on it. They just be like, can I load you up with some loops type vibe?
Like, how can a producer like stand out though? Because like everybody do that now. So like, how do you pick like, oh yeah, I'm gonna work with you?
Yeah, because like, I manage a couple producers and stuff too. So like I tell them like, you kind of got to just let your work speak for yourself. So like I realize like if I open somebody pack and I like 5 out of the 8 loops you send, I'm going to hit you up on IG be like, hey, bro, keep sending, load me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like the first thing is make sure you sending your best stuff. Like, don't send no mediocre stuff. Make sure you send, like, if you sending your stuff to Southside or Metro Boom and something like that, send your 5 best loops you've ever made in your life that you can stand on and you confident on. I think that's the biggest thing.
Like, how selective are you with your loops? Cause like I see, like I remember on the last session we did at Lush, like you went through like 20 loops, and I was
Literally,
like,
they
bro, all
was
these
going
shits is
for a
hard. Like,
minute.
you real selective. Like,
Yeah, nah, I'm super picky though, but like I'm not always like that, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes like if I know I'm cooking up for like a specific reason, like I'll say like I was just working with Bryson Tiller like last week. So like for the 2 weeks prior to that, I was kind of only looking for some R&B stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if somebody might send me a crazy trap loop, but like I wasn't really on that for the week or two. So it kind of just depends on the mood I'm in.
So what's the like most awkward studio session you ever had?
All right, so this is crazy, real talk. People gonna think I'm lying, but I'm gonna tell you, this is crazy. All right, so one time, I had just did Wild 'N Out. So I had the Wild 'N Out shirt on. I went straight to QC from Wild 'N Out. So I put up the QC. It's 2 Chainz, Cardi B, Lil Baby, Offset, Quavo. It's a whole bunch of people in the room. So I'm in the other room. Quavo come get me like, hey, play some beats real quick. So I go in there. When I tell you I play every single beat on my computer, like I'm just digging through, like I'm just trying to find something else. Like niggas ain't saying nothing. That nigga Lil Baby said, damn, Parker, you wilding out for real.
Damn.
It was so bad. Cardi B was like, stop, don't do him like that. Like she trying to be like nice. She's like, don't do him like that. I was like, hey, Quay, you want to play something? I passed the aux to Quay Global. He played 1 beat, and Quavo and Yellow Beezy made back at it again.
Yeah, I would have
Right
packed up and
then.
went home. I
That's
would have went
crazy.
home.
And I was just like,
You was wilding out, bro.
oh man, I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe the beats I was making back then wasn't it, but I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody got his day. That's why, like,
Yeah,
if
it
you
be
play
those
some beats
days.
for artists, they don't like them, it don't really mean nothing. You just got to go back in and cook up and just, you got to just keep it going.
well, like that tough, but I would have. I would have drove back home like, yeah, I'm moving back to Virginia, man. It's a wrap.
That's crazy.
I drove back home like, oh, I'm about to cook up a 30 clip. Man, like, I'm
That's
how.
that's the way to go about it, though. That's
Yeah.
how you go about it.
So we got this segment called Overrated, Underrated. We give you a topic and you say which one it is and why. So the first one is collabs, paying for collabs.
I say underrated for real because what's crazy is that I heard that OZ paid Foreign Tech for a collab, and that's how they linked up. And OZ is like the biggest producer in the world right now. So that's how he got into it, and he met Meek Mill and started working with everybody. Like, so I feel like it's underrated. I feel like you can pay for a collab. Trust me, if you send a hard collab, that producer gonna be like, "Who's that?" Like, I want to work with you.
Do you do paid collabs?
Rarely, like if somebody hit me up, like I don't like post like collabs, like you know what I'm saying. But if somebody hit me up, like I'm trying to pay you, I mean, I probably wouldn't say no. I don't really say no to no money for real.
I just feel like my thing when it comes to that, I just feel like small producers that don't have no placements for real. Like if you don't have no big placements, you shouldn't be doing like paid collabs because like you selling these people a dream.
Not necessarily for real though, because Deco, my boy Deco, I did walk and talk and Instagram with him. He paid Sunny Digital $500. And he was in 11th grade.
No, I'm saying like the smaller producers charging people for paid collabs and they don't really have no placements
Oh yeah,
themselves.
that's
like,
yeah, I don't even make no
that's
sense.
lame
But
as
if,
fuck.
but if it's like somebody who's lit like a Sunny Digital, like that's worth paying
Yeah,
for sure.
for sure.
What do y'all have to say about like a producer that's no brand and they're trying to pay for collabs and let's say that collab is $500. They think that $500 is gonna change their life. What do y'all got to say about that?
Could though.
It could or it couldn't.
It
It,
could
just
or
depends
couldn't,
on
yeah.
that.
But what
It
if you
depends on
just
that
send
beat
something
for real.
crazy,
though.
and then I add to it and I send it to Quavo and he make a hit on it, it was worth that $500.
I just hate
That's what I'm
niggas that be
saying.
like
It just
guaranteed
depends.
placement.
Yeah, that's what I'm
though.
saying. If you do
know what I'm
if you
saying?
make one collab and this nigga is sending out 30 beats a week, the probability is super low. I feel
It
like
is low.
people
It
be
is low.
lowballing that. You know what I'm saying? Expecting a lot from a little bit.
Nah, facts. I mean, I guess it's kind of like you just got to bet on yourself for real. I can't
Yeah,
say
for
it's
sure.
a bad idea or a good idea. I think it's kind of like in the middle for real. I ain't never paid nobody for a collab. I'll say that.
I feel like the approach is important too, cause like, just imagine like you at the beat battle yesterday and the producer walks up to you and be like, yo, my name is, Lil Timmy on the beat, was good with you. I got 1,000 in-person collab, like, can we set something up for tomorrow? You probably take them like way more seriously than the Instagram saying, yo, how much for a collab? You say your price and he leave you on red. You feel
No,
me?
literally.
Yeah.
Niggas be like, are you gonna place it? You know what
Hey,
I'm
so
saying?
like talk about that real quick. Like when you work with loopmakers and stuff and you get stuff placed, like do they be on your back like every day? Yo, where's the record at? Yo, I ain't get my paperwork yet. Like what's good?
No, not really, but I will say rest in peace, Marlo. Somebody paid me for a collab and sent Marlo the beat, and he got on it. And it's on one of his mixtapes. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like a probability game, like you said.
Yeah.
All right, so overrated, underrated, making beats in the studio from scratch. Now, the reason why I bring this up, because I know a lot of producers be like, yeah, I'm in the studio, I bring up loops because the artist ain't trying to sit there for 30 minutes and watch me cook up, you know what I'm saying, the loop. But I seen you do it from scratch, and you did that shit in like 20 minutes. So like,
yeah, I done it before, and then like I ain't gonna lie, sometimes like me and Quavo be cooking up. Like at QC, we made a couple beats, he made some songs to him and stuff too. So it kind of just be on the vibe of the artist. Like I feel like if the artist ain't really trying to sit there and watch you go through a whole bunch of chord progressions and then find the right sound and then put the right drums on it, then by that time, now they gotta record it. So you know what I'm saying? Now you 2-3 hours in and y'all done made one song. Or if you just bring some beats, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can knock out 4 songs in the same amount of time. So it kind of depends.
So what artists do you like cooking up with like in the studio?
Me and Party Next Door, we actually just made a beat. Me, him, and G-Ry, we cooked up a beat from scratch in the studio in LA. And he made a song to it. And I don't want to speak too much on it, but it's definitely, it's getting mixed and mastered. It's on the way. So,
That's
I mean,
hard.
it just depends the vibe for him.
you ever work with Ty Dolla $ign?
Yeah, that's my boy.
Man,
Where the music at? We need to hear that.
It's on Madden soundtrack.
Okay, bet.
his process crazy,
That's
bro.
hard.
Like, super crazy.
Because he made beats too.
Yeah, that nigga super crazy. I was in LA and we did a session with him. I ain't even know nigga made beats, bro.
Yeah.
Bro was like, yo, you got Nexus? I'm like, man, what the fuck you know about Nexus?
That's
Like,
crazy.
that shit was crazy.
Now, he been making beats. Like, he
Oh,
was
I'm
making
saying?
beats back in the day with like Mustard and all that.
Oh, he
like,
said he taught Mustard like low key some of that shit.
Damn,
yeah,
that's
nah,
hard.
he play guitar and stuff too. Like, he's super talented.
I feel like Ty Dolla $ign like the parsley of the industry. Like you sprinkle Ty Dolla $ign right on top of a song, like the song gonna go crazy. What y'all think?
Nah,
hell
facts, though.
Remember that song he did with YG, Tooted and Booted? That shit.
No, literally without him, that song.
Yeah. That shit was.
Don't say the parsley thing. Don't do it like
I
that
ain't
though.
gonna- No,
He got
like you
hits,
know,
though. I know they be saying that on Twitter.
like
I was saying
parsley,
that.
like you know,
Yeah, like you sprinkle it on
Yeah,
there.
it just make it finish.
it make everything finish. Like,
But
it
like
make
when
it
I hear
complete.
him, like just on like the ad libs of a song, I'd be like, you might as well just give him a verse though,
Yeah,
because I feel like he kill every
he
song
hard.
he be
Yeah,
on.
he gonna kill
He's
everything he
yeah.
on.
All right, so overrated, underrated. That's the last one. Beat battles. Now this for everybody.
We gotta let Mimi answer this.
Definitely underrated. Because I mean, this is where you find like most producers, like DB, like he gonna tell you about this in every interview. Like that's one thing I love about DB. He real humble. He gonna tell you in every interview, like he's where he is right now because of beat battles, and that's why I do beat battles, because I want people to be able to say like, yeah, I got my start in a beat battle. Like somebody saw me in a beat battle. Like I want to give young producers that opportunity to be seen by producers that they will never see. Like if you watch the documentary for the first Unbeatable, like there's a boy in there, like one of the contestants, he said, never in my life would I ever have thought that I would be able to play beats for Buddha Bless, TNT, 30 Rock, Ant Chamberlain, and Cheese. Like never in my life.
Now I think beat battles dope. I think Twisted Genius I think he said that he did a couple beat battles too before he got on.
He did.
Yeah, so I think it's a dope experience. I think you get to hear a lot of things, and I think the most important part of the beat battles is networking too.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's the thing though. I feel like a beat battle not gonna be beneficial to you if you don't know how to network. You gotta know how to move around in that room.
Hell
Exactly.
yeah. Talk to everybody.
Bro, me and YB was just talking about that in the car, bro. It's this dude named Larry. We talked about him in the last interview. Said your beat battle.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Now who beat battle was it? I think it was Twisted beat battle. Not yours, it was the one before that. Twisted beat battle. He went up to so every time we go to a beat battle, bro would have like a stack of business cards. He don't care who you is, bro. Like
And
he'll go
he's
up to
giving
me and
them
JB
out, like-
and be like, hey, who important in here I need to talk to? And bro would just pass out the cards. But at Twisted beat battle, he went up to Chi-Chi, bro. That shit was funny as hell. He went up to Chi-Chi, he was like, yeah, man, he was like, here's my business card. I make beats or whatever. I think Section 8 was like, nah, or some shit. I forgot exactly what happened. Section 8 was like, nah, or some shit. And then he said he gave one to Chi-Chi, and then Chi-Chi gave it to somebody else and shit. And niggas just keep pushing. But like, I don't know. I feel like with some producers, but like with their self-esteem, when shit like that happens, it'll be like, damn, I don't even want to fuck with you type shit. Or like, I don't even want to walk up to nobody. I be having moments like that too, where I'll sit there and be like, yeah, bro, let me go talk to him. But I'll let the nigga just walk on by without even introducing myself. So I feel like that's the thing, like producers really need to work on, like the self-esteem and stuff like that.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
One thing about him though, he gonna keep going.
I'm saying Larry don't give a
Yeah.
damn, bro.
He don't care.
Anybody.
He gonna keep going.
He ain't walk up to you yet.
I don't think
He
so.
had to. You probably just don't remember. He had to.
Yeah, I
Like,
already know.
Yeah,
he
I
don't
was
miss.
lit last night. I ain't gonna lie.
Before we get into the rest of the interview, I want to talk to you about BeatStars. If you don't know what BeatStars is, BeatStars is the world's #1 digital marketplace to sell beats. This is something that Ant Chamberlain and TNT done use to make a living selling beats online. BeatStars allows producers to sell their products worldwide. Beats, kits, loops, graphic design, video editing. I'm talking about any type of services. Top artists could come and buy your beats. For example, Lil Nas X Old Town Road is actually a beat that was brought from BeatStars. Whether you're an independent artist, A&R manager, there are a million beats on BeatStars available for you in any style. If you're an artist that watch our interviews, you could buy beats on here at very low rates. And you could also buy exclusive beats all to yourself. And if you're a producer, you should know goddamn well BeatStars is the perfect place for you. So after this interview, make sure you sign up for BeatStars.com by typing in BeatStars.com/PG. And BeatStars is not that hard at all. BeatStars is very user friendly, where you can make your page and account just like that. And then on top of that, right now you can get 1 free month of premium membership for you to open up your own virtual music store using code ProducerGrind. All right, let's get back to this interview. All right, so let's talk about Neutral Records. Like, what is it?
So that's like a collective, like me and my brothers, like, and we kind of just like collab together very frequently. Like, it's so many of us. I don't even want to like say all everybody's names and miss somebody, but like, it's just like a lot of us, and like we kind of just like use it like as a family unit to like go into the industry instead of like everybody trying to be like individually out here. Cause I feel like that's how a lot of people approach it. But I feel like we kind of approach it as like a gang. Like we kind of send everybody collabs. We get in group messages, send each other loops, drum kits. Oh, you got this VST, this hard. Like we kind of just try to like help each other out every day.
That's how it's supposed to be, though. You know,
Yeah.
So
you gotta work as a team.
for like a producer that wants to work with Neutral Records or like get your attention, like how would they go about that?
And you just gotta send me stuff. You gotta catch my attention for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I kind of have found a couple people like that don't even live in Atlanta. Like I got a producer in Houston named John Z. I got a producer that lives in the country. I don't even know what the name of it is. His name Joey Joe. He crazy. Like, I think it's just all about just networking and just sending me stuff and sending other people things. And like, you know, I done found some dope producers through Mono, who y'all just did an interview with. We just signed him together. His name XY.
Shout
He's
out,
super
bro.
dope.
Boy, that nigga
That's hard.
Boy, I'm on the nigga.
Damn, so can I
Bro.
send you something?
He crazy. Yeah. You make loops, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm gonna
yeah.
look like,
Send me
yeah.
some.
Cap.
That's crazy. You don't believe in me? That's
I don't
crazy.
She definitely use an arcade, make some loops, man.
Wow.
Damn.
That's
You ever think they gonna have like a
crazy.
beat making AI, bro?
I seen one. Y'all ain't seen that Beat Monkey shit?
No,
It's like
what's
yellow.
that?
Bro, a producer pulled up on me. He literally, it's a VST. It make all the drum patterns like, literally, it just make
Let
them.
me
He
go
just
down
Is that
Download
by
that.
Unison, bro?
Yeah, let me go down
like,
that.
bro,
Let me go download
It's
that.
called Beat Monkey or some shit.
I
It
know.
make
Right?
crazy patterns. It just, niggas is clicking. I ain't gonna lie, I think that shit really cheating. I don't
Unison
care.
hard though. Not too much on them. They hard.
What
Unison?
Unison?
I fuck with you.
People
It's
with
like a
the
whole bunch of
ads?
MIDIs, like
Well,
chord
yeah.
progressions and stuff like that.
It's a VST? Or
Nah,
it's
it's just like a big
website?
ass like kit full of MIDI files.
Mm.
Yeah, they got some crazy
Sure.
ads.
Yeah, they got some. They hard though.
They ads be federal, bro. Like,
Shit, come
you
on,
know
all the
what
time.
I'm saying?
That shit ain't came
If
on
you
my
click on it
TL.
one time though, you gonna see it 3 days a week.
So,
They was
That's
one of the
weird.
sponsors of the Beat Battle.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's why.
hard.
That's why you sound them out like that.
Shout out Unison.
Okay.
So let's talk about that. You know music theory, like you play, right?
Yeah.
I remember watching this it was like 20, it was some vlog, bro. I had to be in high school when this shit came out, bro. You did like this gospel, bro. What's the channel that used to do like the cook ups, bro? It was like Hood something.
Oh, dang, what was it called? I know exactly what you're talking about. They used to pull the QCOD. Hood something.
I remember it was like
I know
you
what you're
murder
talking
and
about.
Skipper one time.
I know
I
what
think.
you're talking about.
But you did
damn.
some shit. It was like a gospel sample. I seen you playing keys or whatever. Like that shit was hard. So like just talk about like you being a musician and how important that is.
So, rest in peace, my grandfather, he taught me how to play piano. So, like, he made me pick an instrument when I was young. So, I played, that's what really got me in, like, band and marching band and everything. So, like, I kind of been making music my whole life, and he just put piano in me, and, like, I just been practicing forever. So, I think it's very important for me personally because, like, when I make beats, I personally, like, really don't click in, like, synth-based lines and stuff. Like, I usually, like, play them and make them sound, like, a little bit more live, or, like, I try to do some live bass lines, and like now I'm trying to learn how to play guitar. That's kind of like what I'm on right now.
So keys the only instrument that you play?
I play saxophone and clarinet and percussion, and
Oh,
I
that's
played
hard.
drum set my senior year.
You play clarinet, bro.
Or like Squidward, bro.
I played the violin. If that count for something.
For
You
real.
What
look like
grade
you
you
played the
play
violin.
clarinet in?
For real?
I played clarinet in the 7th grade, and then I was like, "This is not for me." And I went to saxophone.
Damn,
And
what was
then when
wrong
I
with the
got to-
clarinet?
It's just like all the girls was in clarinet, so I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go saxophone." 8th grade, and then I switched to saxophone, and then I swear, shout out to my brother Nick Cannon. Drumline came out, and then I went straight percussion. As soon as that motherfucker came out.
Damn, that's crazy. I be hearing people say that, but I'm young as hell. So when I was seeing them when I was young, I was just like, these niggas, what's they doing in drumline?
I ain't gonna count,
Niggas be
bro.
saying that.
Like, yeah, I played snare and drumline like real like for 2 years, and then I played drum set 1 year, and then
I ain't gonna count,
Yeah.
bro. played clarinet 4 years, bro.
Burn.
I was trying to get out that shit.
That's not burn.
Don't let
They
me get out.
Yo, my band
I
director
really
didn't want me
follow.
to switch, but I was like, yo, I
But
want
it
to go
was like
saxophone.
23
That's
people. I was
crazy.
third chair, but I was 5 head of clarinet, bro. No
My
cap.
band director put me on clarinet and I couldn't do it. Like I wasn't fucking with it. So that's why he was just like, fuck it, you can play the violin. I was the only violinist in my music class. Like I used to be in my own separate room. That's wild as hell.
Yeah, because most girls play clarinet or flute, like usually, and then like mostly the guys be playing like tuba, saxophone,
Facts.
baritone type of.
Yeah.
So like for a producer that wants to learn like music theory, like how would they go about it? Just learning how to play some.
So music theory, I don't know. I feel like I just kind of just like play from ear for real. I know how to read music because of band though. But I feel like with guitar, I'm doing a lot of YouTube stuff, like looking up stuff on YouTube. But I'm thinking about getting a tutor too, but I feel like YouTube and like the internet is just kind of like a great way to just learn.
So like what's your
It is,
process though?
though.
Like just run me through it. So like let's say a loop playing. Like you figure out like what's the key first, like the scale. Like do you know your skills?
Yeah.
So you like figure out the scale and then like you just work your way from there. Like kind of like run me through it a little bit.
Like if I hear a loop, like I don't know, I kind of like be real creative with it. If I hear a loop, I might not like the low end in it, or I might just like the vocals in it, or I might like some in it. So I might just EQ it to how I like it, and then I can play by ear. So like I just click through the piano, find some chords I like over it, and then I usually do music first and then drums. But like I've seen a lot of like videos with Zaytoven, and like he do the drums first and the 808s first, and he be making crazy stuff too. So I'm thinking about trying to like start doing some stuff with drums first.
Try something new.
See how the bounce. Yeah, if you pop the bounce off first, then play to the bounce. See how that
That's
goes.
hard.
I
That'd
don't
be
really
hard
do
though.
that a lot. I ain't gonna lie.
That's how I used to make loop kits.
Let's do a live
drum
pickup
pattern.
with that. Let's do that.
Let's do it for sure.
That'd
you
be
ever
hard.
went outside of FL?
Yeah, my boy Dre and Golden Child, they be using Ableton, so they made me download on my computer. So I've been working with Ableton, bro. I ain't gonna lie, the sound design on it is crazy. The way you can
Shout out
stretch
Golden
stuff.
Child.
Yeah, it
he
wasn't
hard.
hard though.
Yeah, for sure. He hard as hell. Yeah, Ableton crazy.
So I gotta ask you, what do you think your biggest hit is? Like not what anybody else think. Like you personally, what do you think your biggest hit is?
Walk and talk it for sure.
Fuck it, like I talk it.
That shit hard though.
That shit hard to
Like just in
That
terms of
shit
like
hard.
being in commercials and shit, that shit still be getting synced now. So
Yeah, that shit was
Yeah.
going crazy. Like my freshman year of college, like they was playing the fuck out that song.
I remember you talking about didn't you say they didn't want the track outs? You mixed the beat and that was it?
yeah, like they had hit me for the stems and stuff, and then Quavo was like, I sent the stems, and then like it got mixed, and then he was just like, we just gonna go with the 2-track. I think he just liked the rawness of it, like how it felt.
Who are some of your favorite producers to work with and why?
Favorite producers to work with, I'm gonna say everybody in neutral because that's like a no brainer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
That's easy. But outside of the game, I like to work with Hitmaker, my brother G-Rye.
My
Yeah,
bad, bro. I
like
do that shit all the time.
Buddha Bless. Yeah, it's a lot of them for real.
Buddha hard, bro.
Who
What
would
a
you say you
crazy.
learned? Who would you say you learned the most from? Like who really like just added some sauce to your shit?
I would have to say my boy Deco. Like when I met Deco, like I feel like me and him was both working with OG Mako, so he kind of like linked us together when we started going to QC and stuff. And I think he taught me the most about like mixing and like VSTs. I didn't even have Omnisphere back then. Like he introduced me to like Omnisphere and a lot. I was still using like Citrus and shit. Like he kind of just put me on to like, oh nah, there's Contact and these other things, and you just got to pay for that shit. But like getting those sounds made my beats like 90 million times better.
That's hard. Wait, so I gotta ask you, are there any producers you don't like working with?
Damn.
Oh, don't
It's a
say
hot
about
seat
like
right
that.
now.
You know I gotta get to the
Don't say
nitty gritty though.
about
Like
that,
Come on, man.
Nah,
not the forehead scratch.
I ain't
You
never
know
worked with
messing
him.
his head.
I wouldn't work with a
Right.
producer I didn't want to work with though. It wouldn't even make no sense.
But since we on shit that we don't like, man, let's talk about the business side. So like, talk about like fucked up situations you've been in and how you overcame.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
For sure. I ain't gonna talk about no specific situation, but what I will say is that if you send me a loop, right, and I work on it, go crazy on it, throw some drums on it, manipulate the loop, play chords over it, then I use my network to get it placed. Whatever the business that we do, like, be very cognizant that I feel like as much as I appreciate you sending me the music and, I feel like you helped the situation as well. Like, you gotta let me lead on the business. Like, don't be getting in email threads and saying, oh, but I made the music, I deserve this and that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we should just, have a business conversation and like go through it like that.
So do you do even splits with loopmakers, or do you feel like because you did all of that work and got it placed, like you feel like you should get a bigger percentage and a bigger advance?
Normally I do even splits, but I will say if I take a 3-second clip of your loop and I gross beat it and halftime it and play chords over it and put drums on it and get it placed, it might not be even splits because I can barely hear what you did.
Yeah, that's
but
fair,
I
though.
still am such an honest person that I would still let you be a part of the record. But like, you know what I'm saying? There just has to be a fairness to all business.
Yeah, that's fair.
What are like some other red flags you deal with? You don't have to be with just like networking with producers. It's like red flags overall.
Bad bins and stuff like that for sure. Like getting an email thread saying, "Oh, this should be this and that." I hate that. And then I'll say, sending me loops, misleading me like you made it by yourself and you made it with 4 people. That's also a pet peeve of mine. I don't mind if you made it with
annoying.
somebody else, but like just inform me. You know what I'm saying? Put their name on the loop or like let me know. I don't want to use your loop and then like we go to do the business and you're like, "Oh, I made this with my uncle and my father and my little sister." It's like
That's
I ain't gonna
crazy.
doubt, like I have no like problem with sample makers. Like I love sample makers. It's just like sometimes like it would send samples and it would be like a whole sample chopping in one time, bro. I remember one time like I got cursed out because I got this beat paste and got down. Nigga text me was like, "Bro, I told you dumb about using samples, bro. Stop using samples." I'm like, "Bro, it's not a sample, bro. Bro, send me the loop." And it was a whole R. Kelly song, bro. And I hit bro and I was like, "Yo, this a sample?" He was like, "Yeah, it's a sample." And I'm like, "Yeah, it just sound like you put a phase on it and pissed it up 300 cent." And then I got this other account DM me on Instagram talking about, "Yo, I made the loop with bro too." And I was just like,
so it's a sample and then it's 2 people, 3 people
yeah,
on
you
it.
feel me? Like it's nothing wrong with that. Like if it's a hard loop and I see 3 people on it, I might not, but I might use it. It just really
sure.
depends. But
how hard?
you gotta tell me that though. You feel me?
Yeah.
I can't. These can't backtrack like that. It's dead, bro.
So
For sure.
like instead of coming like down on loop makers, like what advice would y'all just give loop makers like?
Just
as
be
producers?
straight up.
Make the
Just
business easy.
be straight up. I know plenty of hard loop makers, and it be like 3 of them, 4 of them. Like I know if I'm gonna work with this dude, there's probably like 3 other niggas that's on here that I'm gonna work with. But it's like just be straight up, bro. Like there's no problem with 5, 10 people. Like think of it like Drake, Michael Jackson. Bro, when these niggas drop song, Travis Scott, they be having like 20 people on
cap.
there. You feel me?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's no problem with that. It's just the fact that loop makers, like y'all gotta be honest. Some of y'all niggas be a little shady with it. Like y'all would literally send a loop and it'll have like 2 extra people or it'll be a sample chop in there. Like, nah, bro, just you feel me? Cause okay, so we did an interview with London J and bro was talking about like, bro, these labels, they is like scammers, they just legally do it. So like we're trying to work with these people. Like labels want to work with people who do good business.
Mhm.
So like, let's say all 4 of us made a beat together, right? And you asking for, let's say you say it's 10K, like we get the placement through you. So you asking for 10K, but JB asking for 12, she asking for 15. And I said, man, I want 30. I'm feeling like Southside. You feel me? Like the label not gonna work with us again. Like everybody gotta be on the same team. And that's just things I don't think sample makers think about. And I don't think it's their problem either. Like, cause at the end of the day, they don't know the business. Like you do the business every day. Like we do the business
You
every
in
day.
it.
But you know, they at home, they don't know about it. So I just feel like we need to have like an educated video and just
Mhm.
really put out like facts and education on how to go about the business and it just be straight. I don't blame sample makers, it's just that they don't really know. Once they know, okay, I know I do it like this time. Like some sample makers
Yeah,
ain't even
that's
went through that, you feel me? So that's what I think. I don't know how y'all feel.
So while we talking about the negatives, like what you think are like some do's and don'ts of you for like studio etiquette?
Studio etiquette, I feel like just don't be doing too much. Like I will say, like if you don't know the artist, I wouldn't just be in that motherfucker just flicking up and taking pictures of the nigga, like all the extra shit. Like, I
Yeah,
done
that's
seen
a
niggas
fact.
be like, "Hey, bro, chill." Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be that guy. And kind of just come in there just ready to work for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I be drinking, smoking, doing everything. But like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to come in there too lit. You want to come in there, like, you know what I'm saying, with a good mind in your head, ready to work.
Give us a starter kit then in the studio. What you bringing?
Top 5.
Number 1, laptop.
For sure.
2, Casamigos.
Ooh.
Reposado?
Yeah, you gotta have the Reposado
Okay.
in there.
Mm.
And then that's really all I need to really just make a hit for real. That's like the combo.
Is it a problem for like producers to be like too quiet in the studio? Like coming in there, you play the beat, probably say like 2 things. Is that like a big problem or that's just like, that's your personality, that's what it is?
I mean, I feel like it really just depends. Like, I mean, sometimes it works for people, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got Pharrell and Chad Hugo, you know what I'm saying? They both dumb talented. Pharrell's the outspoken one that's gonna be talking. And you got Chad Hugo, he kind of just, he chilling.
Would you say you one of those people that's good at selling yourself? Like when you playing the beat, you telling them what to say on the beat and you turn and dancing to it and shit?
I wouldn't say I'm personally not the guy that tries to like tell artists like what to say and like give words and stuff. Cause personally, like I don't feel like I'm a songwriter. Like, so I don't really be doing that. But like, yeah, personally, like selling myself, yeah, like I'm the person that tries to like kind of make the studio lit. Yeah.
So what artists do you like working with?
I say probably my favorite artist to probably work with is probably Chris Brown, just cause like we be lit, like we be turning up, dancing.
Light Skin Gang?
Yeah. No, we just be lit. Like we just be at his crib. He got a crazy studio in his crib. We just be going up. Like I don't know. We just be making 5. We made like 3, 4 songs one time. Then Jacquees pulled up. We made 2 more.
That's
Like
hard
we
though.
just be lit. Like he be dancing, having a good time.
Who
That's
got
how
like the
dope.
craziest studio setup y'all done seen before? Now I seen this nigga shit on Instagram, Ivory.
Yeah,
but
Ivory Scott. That
that
shit
shit
look
crazy.
like
That
an
shit too
arcade.
hard, bro.
Yeah, Ivory stuff. He ain't even ready. He got a basketball court, all type of stuff, and he making it himself too. He crazy. He like
Damn, that's hard.
yeah,
that
he
nigga
like an
looks
architect.
stupid.
But right now, the craziest like production studio is my boy Tilly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tilly do have
Yeah.
the best.
They said
Yeah.
that big guitar
Tilly
center.
has the craziest studio I've ever seen.
When I was working with Tusi, like Flip, that was one of the like people that he's like real connected with. So he always talk about Tilly. Like Tilly has like a fire setup. Like if you don't know Tilly in the music industry, like you don't really know. You gotta know.
Say, bro, shit look like Guitar Center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That
nah,
shit
he
hard
got
as fuck.
everything you can imagine. Like he mixing
Gotta
whole
link with
albums
Tilly.
in there, and it's a garage that he turned into a studio. He got every keyboard you can imagine, every guitar you can imagine, every bass you can imagine. Just I don't know, it's crazy.
That's somebody you definitely gotta like learn from, like in this industry
Mhm.
for sure.
You got a studio at the crib?
Yeah, I got a home studio. Yeah.
There's some cool shit, or you just
No, I went crazy on it. I went. What is their name? I want to shout them out. Twisted Genius put me on them. Man, I gotta figure it out. We're gonna have to put it under the at name or something. But he came and he put all the panels on my wall and everything. I think it's like Atlanta Studio panels or something like that. But he came and he paneled out my whole crib, and then I got some. I just sold my Barefoots, so I got some new. I forgot what speakers I got, but I got a whole bunch of new stuff in. I got like a Nord Stage, a Prophet X, and damn, I'm forgetting all my stuff in my house. But I got a third keyboard that's crazy too. I wish I could shout it out for producers because I feel like it's slept on. But I'm definitely getting the outboard gear, so I've been trying to like buy a lot of stuff for my home studio setup.
I know Romano was telling about the Prophet X. He said that's the one right there.
Yeah, he stole it from me, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, man.
Like it's at his house right now. He's been using it, but I'm letting him have it because he's been going crazy with it.
I know it's just a sampler, right?
No, the North Stage is the red keyboard. It's like really heavy for pianos and Rhodes and stuff like that, but it has some synths and stuff like that too.
For sure. I just got into the synth for real, like.
Ah man,
Last
once you get
summer,
into
bro.
it, you're gonna get obsessed with it.
But what, man? I probably got like 4, 5 now. So you into like guitar pedals?
Yeah, I got them connected and everything.
But yeah, man, nigga know the song, man. We gonna speak on
Yeah.
it.
You know, I'm knowing what's going on. I'm telling you, like I be on it.
So let's talk about like working with like on the come up artists. One of the things that I seen that kind of caught me by surprise was when was this, like a year and a half ago, was the album you did with DDG. So like talk about how that relationship came about.
Yeah, so like one day my manager just hit me up, was like, yo, I want you to go to the studio with this guy. He's on YouTube. He's starting to make music and stuff like that. So I was like, bet. I pulled up, and then we made a song. It was on his album. Then we kind of just kept in touch. And then like, you know what I'm saying? I was just sending him beats and he was just making songs and stuff. And I was like, bro, we should just do a whole tape. So we flew to Miami for like a week and a half. And we just went crazy and we just kept making stuff. And then like, you know, he kind of used his network to get get features. And I was using mine. And then like, I don't know, it just kind of just grew into something and just like, we were like, oh yeah, this the one. Then when we dropped it, like it definitely went crazy.
So like how important is it for like producers to stay on the lookout for that next artist or someone who has that potential? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you really just gotta be cognizant and like pay attention to who really working hard and really trying to like get better and stuff. I could tell he was really working. And I felt like we had a good vibe when we was working. And then while we was working on the album, he just randomly dropped Moonwalking in Calabasas and it just went crazy with Blueface. And it was like, damn, that's crazy. So it was like perfect timing. But it was like, if I never really locked in with him, we wouldn't have had the whole album that we was working on. So you kind of got to believe in stuff before everybody else does.
So do you just like lock in with every artist, or like is there like do you get a feeling like I feel like I need to lock in with this person, like I got to?
I feel you got to go off of what you really believe in. So like, I only work with artists I really believe in. Like, I don't want to waste my time, but like, if I feel like I really know you can make some dope music, like I know to lock in.
What's some other like artists, like underrated artists you working with right now?
Well, I just signed an artist named Amani. Shout out to her. She's super dope. We just dropped a song with Cash Page called Fuck Alone. And that's crazy. Y'all got to go check that out. That's something I'm really been focused on, like trying to craft her album and stuff like that. And then like, that's hard. Up and coming artists. I don't know if I've been working with too many recently. I've kind of been like locked in with like a lot of people that I kind of been working with frequently.
Oh, to switch it up, man. Let's talk about this real quick, man. What's wrong with Diddy, bro? Bro say R&B dead.
R&B not dead at all. I feel like people just gotta like tap into like a lot of the new R&B culture that's going on. Like me and Vito just dropped like a crazy album. That's some real R&B right there. Like I feel like I love Diddy and Bryson Tiller song. Like Gotta Move On. Like I listen to that every day. And I feel like there's just like a lot of stuff going on. Tink, you got Summer Walker, you got Jeremiah, Party Next Door, Chris Brown. I mean, I know like people be like Chris Brown don't count because like he been famous since we've been fucking 10 years old. He been an R&B legend. But I feel like you kind of just got to look at it like if you really love R&B, you're going to be tapped in. So I feel like we just got to figure out a way to bring R&B to the main stage.
I don't think R&B is dead. What I will say is like R&B definitely changed, like from the men ripping their shirts in the rain, like all of that. Like it's not the same R&B. Like I just feel like R&B just has a new sound. Like that's what I'll say.
That corny now, you feel me? Who
yeah,
just did
nowadays
that
that's corny, but like that was real R&B.
YK
so,
Osiris or something? Yeah, man. They
I fuck with YK. I feel like nowadays
everything
music,
corny nowadays. Yeah,
like, niggas is tough as hell. You know what I'm saying?
That's the problem.
Even some R&B niggas tough. Like
I would tell
everybody
people,
want to be
right, like,
macho.
Niggas
Like
is drilling.
I would
damn.
tell people, bro, Murder Rap got like 2 more years for that.
Well,
shit,
Murder
bro.
Rap?
Yeah, that's 2 more years for it to die out, bro.
It's
That
definitely
shit
gonna
getting
die.
burned.
Soon.
I think
That and the
that's
drill
gonna be
music.
forever.
You think
I
so?
don't think so.
I think it's not just got the fact that it's like I know with Philly, it was on like DJ Academics. He was posting. He was like he named every gang and said you're getting locked up type shit. I feel like yeah, bro. I just feel like law enforcement like you got to pick or choose. You want to be a rapper or you want to do that. You feel me? Like
well, I know for sure drill is gonna die down soon. Like I feel like, and don't fight me about this, but I feel like drill is ruining the art of sampling. They sampling every song and they putting these trash ass raps over it. Like
I want to say that right there. I don't know about that.
I hear that. You know what I'm saying? I hear that for sure. They definitely doing samples on all these.
I fuck with drill. I used to dog drill. I used to be like, bro.
Like I heard the worst song, like literally the worst verse I ever heard over somebody sampling Fantasia When I See You. Like that's some shit you can't fuck up. That's classic.
Not, hold on, that's not drill. That's like it's drill, but it's not like that type of drill with the different drums.
No, I'm talking about the New York drill. That's what I'm talking about. Like that's
I thought Fulio did the Fantasia When I See You.
Fulio?
I ain't heard that.
No, I'm not talking about that one. I heard that one though, but I'm not talking about that one.
I ain't gonna lie, he went crazy on that diss.
Crazy?
You heard that?
No, I haven't even heard that. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about that song. I'm talking about all different songs.
I'm gonna play it after. If you hate that one, you gonna hate this one.
Really, for real?
That boy Demon Seaman, boy. I'm gonna play that one after.
How y'all feel about like beef rap? You know what I'm saying? Like disses and mentioning niggas dead homies and shit. How y'all feel about that? Like,
man, you heard what
I stay out of all that.
I say we producers. You feel that?
You know what I'm saying? Like, how y'all feel about it? Y'all feel like that shit is cool to do it? Like,
no, you heard what Boston Richie said. That's why niggas keep dying. Niggas keep dissing. Like, that shit lame as hell. Like,
yeah,
I just feel like rap about other shit. Like, it's hella other shit to rap about.
Personally, like, what do you listen to? Like, when you in the car by yourself, what you playing in your whip?
Right now, I'm on that Brent. Right now, that Brent Fayez album, crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Brent Hard,
I'm on that Chris Brown album for sure. What else am I listening to? My brother Krishan just dropped an EP. That one go crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I'm really an R&B guy. I be listening to an R&B, and then for sure, I ain't gonna lie, I'm listening to that Young Boy Slimito. That shit go crazy.
So what's some music that you listen to that like nobody would expect you to listen to?
I listen to like a lot of Panic at the Disco, Amarosa. It's like a lot of rock music too. Like I kind of grew up like during that phase. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had my little skateboard phase in high school too. Like, you know?
Oh no, we gonna have to enter that picture in the clip right there. Like,
yeah, like I went through the, you know what I'm saying? That vibe too. I listen to everything, like, for real, for real.
Was you went through that phase where you was like jerking and shit like New Boys, you know what I'm saying?
You know he did. He light skinned.
You know I did. We were called Team Yike. We used to be jerking in high school.
You had the group.
Yeah, we were the group. We was going crazy in there, I ain't gonna lie. I went through all the little musical phases everybody went through in high school.
Shit crazy how like our parents just talk about this when we were teens and shit. And now like everybody older, we see it with the younger generation now. And shit, that shit crazy.
It's crazy.
Damn, that is crazy.
That's wild. But like, how old you?
I'm 28.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
I do want to talk about though. I've been bringing this up in a lot of interviews, but I know like producers like me. I'm 22, so like I know like me. I think like damn, if I'm not 25 and I ain't got really no motion going on with the placement shit, I'm kind of burnt. But that's because like you see 15, 16-year-olds walking in with like just plaques. You feel me? So like, what's like the age limit as a producer? Even though I know it's none no more. But what would you say?
I ain't gonna lie, I started making beats in the 10th grade, 2010. So I ain't get on till I was like, I ain't get with QC till I was 22. So that's a good 5 years for real type vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it took me 5 years before I even started getting motion. I still was broke. You know what I'm saying? I still was just working. I was just getting like placements, like, but you know, it take money to get money from the placements and stuff like that. So like, it take a minute. I've been in this thing for 13 years. So I don't know. Like, I feel like there ain't no limit to no time. You kind of just got to get it when you get it. Cause 2 Chainz got famous when he was like, what, 30 something, right?
Hell yeah.
So
He
we
when he
talking
changed his
about,
name.
Future older hell, that nigga like 38, 39, bro.
Swear to
He still
God.
have emotion.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of
Damn.
just can't put no time limit on it.
I feel
Yeah,
you
that's
on
for
that.
sure.
So for producers who want to improve on like their beats and stuff, what would you say? What would you say like 3 problems you hear in like beats from like newer producers and stuff right now?
I would say one of the biggest things is mixing, and that's something that I started out when I first started making beats in FL Studio. Like I said, 2010. I don't even know what FL I was on, maybe 8, 9 or something like that. Man, I didn't even put shit in the mixer. I was just making beats. Like, I was just putting sounds together and just put them together. Like, this shit probably sound crazy right now. So I think that mixing is probably like the biggest thing that will make your beat stand out.
So do you do a lot of post-production?
I kind of mix as I go. So like I kind of like as I work on the sound, I kind of like try to like cohesively make everything make sense.
So what's that process like? Just leveling, EQing, or you doing anything else?
Yeah, I do a lot of EQs, panoramic EQs, a lot of reverbs, a lot of delays, a lot of leveling with volumes too. Voluming is important too.
So I know like with leveling, the drums kind of have to be like this clean drum that you don't really have to EQ. So who would you say got the best drum kits?
BWB. I think he got the best drum kits. I ain't gonna lie, that Bricks drum kit's crazy. Who else? Foreign Tech, OZ got a lot of dope drum kits and stuff. There's a lot of people for real. And then I ain't gonna lie, I've been going crazy with the splice drums too. I got a lot of crazy drums. I got a lot of reggaeton, dancehall stuff from there too.
I ain't gonna cap. Brits got this one 808.
3. I know you
Oh
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. So I
Bricks
ain't
3.
gonna
yeah.
speak on the air, but I know that 808, bro. That
Yeah,
shit
you know
hard,
that's
bro.
the one. It's like the spins. You know how like the spins is like culturally, like I have so many hit songs with the spins 808. Bricks 3, that shit getting like that. Like,
Bro, we
that
just did an interview with DJ Spins, bro. Bro said he didn't even make the 808, bro.
Who
Yeah,
did?
facts. He said he didn't make them.
Damn,
He
that's
said that
crazy.
everything came from like B-Rex kit or something. And they
Oh,
just
wow.
called it Spins or whatever.
Oh, that's crazy, yeah. Cause that's one. I ain't gonna lie, B-Rex got some crazy drums too.
Yeah, shout out
Crazy
B-Rex.
drums, yeah.
So like talk about like leaving space for the artist, because it's like a blurry line between this. I see a lot of producers that have like these simple, like real simple beats and be like, I'm just leaving space for the artist. But with your production, y'all have space for the artist, but the beat is still hard. So like, how do you find the balance between it?
I think I just try to like keep it open to the point where like it's not too many like lead or synth sounds that are like taken away from the artist's ability to be melodic on the beat. You know what I'm saying? They kind of have to be the lead of the beat.
Mm.
So I try to like not use too many melodies and stuff, because like I kind of just like to get the chord progression going and then get the drums going. And then like if I feel like it might need like a little extra, I might do that on like the second half of the hook. But like most of the time I try to like leave it real open.
So you say you're not a songwriter, of course, but when you making these beats and they like simple and shit like that, how do you make the beat in the artist's point of view? Some producers make beats that impress other producers with a whole bunch of crazy sounding shit. Even like tags, you know what I'm saying? Tags that sound like just crazy, you know what I'm saying? So how you make beats from an artist's perspective, like knowing that there's space?
Man, that shit called producer porn. When you try to just like make a beat that sound like some shit that you know a nigga can't rap on, you just making a beat for yourself.
Producer porn.
I see
That's what
never
that
heard
shit
before.
called.
That's new.
What the hell?
That's different.
Producer porn is some shit that all the producers that you gonna be like, this shit fire as fuck.
What the hell?
But the artist gonna be like,
What the fuck is
I'm
this?
supposed to say on
Okay.
this?
Bro, it be
It
like
already
that
That's
said.
hard.
sometimes.
That's
Like,
hard. Okay.
I know I was using this one 808 like to chase the money 808. So it's just real like distorted, buzzy 808, right? So like if you play like a beat battle, that shit hard. I remember I was in a session with somebody. I think I was in a session with what's her name? She on your team, Ricky.
Yeah, the writer. Yeah.
Okay, I was in a session with her, and it was like a Memphis beat. It started off with the Spins 808, and then it went to the Chase the Money 808, and he did like some crazy rolls. Like that shit sounded like a machine gun.
Yeah.
So she get to that part, and she was like, she came out the booth. She was like, "Can you take that out?" And I got this kind of, I ain't got the FLP. What the fuck?
Oh,
And I was like, damn, bro, you feel me? I was like, yeah, I just gotta keep it simple. Like, can't go crazy with it.
Yeah,
you
like
feel
all
me?
the rolls and all that extra shit, that shit hard. And sometimes it do work. But that's like producer porn to me. Like, that's like shit that we know is fire. Cause it's like, damn, this nigga was going in when he was making a beat.
Facts.
But like to the artist, they can't really like comprehend how to hop on it. Because it's too much.
It's too complex for them.
Yeah.
I see you don't overthink your beats too. Like, I remember I was watching your Twitch one time, and you were like 5 minutes on. You were like, yeah, I'm bored of this. On to the next one. You be like, bro, I don't think of it. I'll come back to it later.
No, I don't be caring, bro. Like, I ain't no competition, bro. I just be making music that I feel like people gonna fuck with. Like, that's all I be caring about.
You still on Twitch?
Nah, not for real. I mean, I still got it. I just ain't been on it so long.
And when you get back on, listen, producers, this is shit like this be gems, bro. Cause bro was on there. It's probably like, it's not too many people. It's a community on there, but bro, like you could just get something easily placed on there. Like I feel like producers just don't take advantage of every opportunity out there. Is what I'm trying to say.
I got 3 placements off Twitch, bro. Like a Youngboy, the DC Marvel joint, and then some shit that ain't even out yet for real. Like 2 more that they ain't come out yet, but they finna come out. Like I made that shit on Twitch, like, and I got the video of it.
That's
like
hard.
just to see, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I made this shit on Twitch. Like I literally gave y'all the email, send me some loops, added to the loop, and got it placed. You know what I'm saying? People missing out on them opportunities, bro. Like if I was an up and coming producer, I would be sitting there on Twitch, sending my loops every day, like to any producer that can get my shit placed. You know what I'm saying?
It be people like that too, though. Like it's a lot of these
sure.
kids out here.
Those the
like,
ones gonna win.
There's some niggas on it.
Those the ones that's gonna win though.
They be in my DMs and my email and my other email. I ain't gonna lie, I swear on my life. My girl just told me today, she was like, she on some T-Pain shit. She literally never goes to her request folder. She went to that shit. The first 5 was, hey, can I send some beats to OG Parker?
Not they found your girl. That's crazy.
They own
Damn,
it.
that's crazy.
Like they
it be on some FBI shit too. Like how you even get my email, bro? You feel me?
Yeah,
like, that's
like,
crazy.
They own it.
I ain't gonna lie. You be getting the DMs with like this thing like the screen recording the loop.
Yeah. No, I'm not clicking that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't listening. None listens to my email.
I hate when producers be like, "Can I send you beats?" Like, bro.
No. I don't want to hear, bro. I don't want to hear
As
beats.
a producer, like, why would I
Respectfully.
want beats?
Yeah, respectfully, I don't want to hear your beats, bro. If you're not just trying to send me some melodies I can add to, I'm straight. And please don't send me no melodies with no drums. I don't want them.
Speaking of
Show.
opportunities, have you ever had like these bigger VST companies or like sponsor you and do affiliations and shit?
Nah, not really. But my brother Murder just dropped a VST. That shit was
hard.
crazy. Yeah. So like, I've been talking to some people. I'm definitely about to drop a VST.
Why are we talking about branding? Like, how did you brand yourself like as OG Parker? Like, people don't just know you like as the producer. Like, people like your brand has an actual name and it has an actual meaning. Like, how did you get there?
Yeah, like on some hell shit. Like my name was Pretty Boy Parker when I met OG Mako, and then we
I
were
ain't
just
gonna lie,
like,
nigga, that's what light skin.
That's so light. You see what I'm saying, right? It's so
Pretty
light
it was
skin.
like,
Too smooth,
hell
too smooth on the
like,
head.
that's not gonna go. Like we gotta figure it out. So then we just like, oh, bet OG Parker. Like we just gonna change it. So I went to OG Parker, and then like I feel like QC definitely helped me with a lot of my branding, like, you know, kind of just being able to be around them, having a QC chain and stuff like that. But I feel like if you don't get that opportunity to kind of like brand with a label, kind of like June James got to do with TIG or stuff like that, I feel like it's just really about having a tag, merch, being outside. Like, I don't want to say that you have to just go to the club and do all this, but like, I feel like I met a lot of people, like, just, I'm outside. Like, I fly to LA and work with this producer. Like, I kind of just like try to like spread out my network. I feel like that's like really the most important part.
So do you feel like you have to be professional on social media?
Yeah, I think social media is like the most important thing for real. You got to be posting. Like, some people like try to be like really elusive and like post once every 5 months. Like, that doesn't work for most people, for real.
So while we on branding, let's talk about tags real quick. I want to bring this topic back up because like we hear a lot of producers with the same tags, and I feel like back in 2016, 2015, the tag was real like monumental because you had like Metro Boomin and even your tag. I feel like is like a real hard tag. So just talk about that, like the importance of having that tag and just being different. I feel like that's what producers like. I just need a tag now. They don't even care what it sounds like. I just need a tag. But it's like, bro, like I don't know. Like you got to think of like Metro, even Murder. I think Murder got the hardest tag. I ain't talking about the one. I ain't talking about the one he used now. I'm talking about like what's it called, bro? With Kodak on it. I ain't finna teach how to get away with murder and shit, and the beat just dropped. Like, nigga, that's hard, bro.
That
You
is
feel me?
hard, yeah.
Like, we need to go back to that.
Yeah, now for sure. I feel like they kind of put the whole tag vibe on, and then like one of my close friends is Hit Boy, and he always be saying like, man, I feel like my brand would be way bigger if like I was putting his Hit Boy tag now on Niggas in Paris, because some people don't know he made Niggas in Paris. Some people don't know he made the Rihanna shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you gotta definitely like the tag thing is definitely very important, but the tag can't be corny, man. Some of y'all tags are crazy. And I would never put that shit on no beat with my tag on that shit.
I ain't gonna lie, I stopped saying like niggas asking my tag. I'd be like, bro, I haven't figured out my tag yet, bro. I got that shit from voicetags.com, bro. Just let it go, bro.
You gotta wait till it's right time and for real. If you ain't confident in it, don't force it. Cause some of these people tag like, man, be sentences and like, man, I heard so many crazy tags.
I heard some crazy
I feel like the
shit.
best tags is when somebody's making a song and they say the producer name like in a verse or something. They just say something about the producer. A lot of people try to like create a tag, like just it's not about just saying some shit. I feel like the best tags are those like somebody said it in the song. You need to go in the session and take it out.
The organic tags, like it come naturally.
Tag, like,
yeah.
I feel like that's why a lot of artists don't be fucking with tags. Like we know Roddy hate tags. You can't send no beats without the tags. Or probably that's probably with some producers, but like what Nav said in his recent song, nigga, like if I hear a tag, I take it all, remake the beat.
Okay, that was crazy.
Yeah, that's
already said that in the
lame,
verse.
I can't lie.
Yeah,
This man Nav wild for that. That's bold, bro.
No cap. So like on the last topic, like what are 3 artists that you want to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
Rihanna, Beyonce, and Drake. I feel like I got songs with Drake, but it's not his song. It'd be like Loyal or like Walk and Talk It. Like I want to have like a song like Drake's song.
Or solid, real Drake, like. Okay, I just got one question. I have to ask this, like, as a female in the industry, like, so one of your managers is a female. Like, did you intentionally want a female manager? Like, how do you feel about women in the music industry?
Yeah, I actually have a female lawyer as well. And I think that
Love that.
women are, they're really like involved and like naturally more caring. I'm not saying that male managers aren't, but like, it's just something like I can tell that like they really care about a lot of things that I feel like sometimes males might not care about. Like, so I love having a female manager. Like Melita's like, you know what I'm saying? We talk every single day. So, you know what I'm saying? Every day we brainstorming on stuff, as well as my co-manager, Steve-O. But I definitely think that females are amazing in the music industry.
For sure.
I feel the same way, like, because like naturally, like females just have more attention to detail and stuff. You feel me? It's
We
just
do.
natural.
Yeah. I would say smarter. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to take it to offense. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes smarter.
It's
I feel
true,
like
though.
males
It's
ain't
like-
serious sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like males ain't this serious, like ready to go get this shit.
And also, like, y'all, like he said, like, y'all don't care about a lot of stuff. And I feel like that's what makes my beat battles different because I'm a female, like, I'm paying attention to the little stuff. Like, when I was doing, like, gift bags and stuff, like, Twisted and 30 was like, what you doing that for? Like, but it's just, like, the little details like that provide an experience that people be like, nah, we got to participate in Unbeatable. Like, this is what happened during Unbeatable. Like, this is what I got. Like, this is what I got out of it. Like, you know, we got to provide that experience.
That's fire.
But since we on the topic, man, let's hold on, y'all. We finna do the little Mimi interview real quick. What it's like
Not the
managing?
Mimi interview.
Cause you manage artists. Do you manage any producers too?
I do. So I have this producer named Keyman. He's also an engineer. Like, he working at the 4PF studio right now. He just got a K Campanillo placement. And then I just signed Cabana, which I knew that was coming. She just won 2 of my beat battles. I had to sign her. So I'm managing her and Ace Lex that did Girl in My Dreams with Ride Wave.
I've heard of him. X.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I got those 3 producers, and then I got CEO Trail, who's my one and only artist because he said I can't have no more. Yeah. And then, you know, I do these, I do the interviews with Producer Culture, and then yeah.
So since you just named a lot of stuff, and this is a question for both of y'all. How do y'all control on the scale of 1 to 10? Rate y'all time management.
I might be bad at that. I ain't gonna lie.
Ooh.
I'm terrible. I ain't gonna count.
I play the game a lot. I play a lot of Call of Duty. I do a lot of things that I could be
Facts.
definitely making beats instead, but I'll try to like put it together though.
What you play, Warzone or multiplayer?
Surgeons, feel me?
Okay. Let's go ahead and.
I'm learning a little bit about the game. But with me, I'll say my time management is what makes it like work for me. Like, I just know how to space everything out. Cause you know, I also damn, I really do a lot. I work at Lush Music Group too. I'm an A&R at Lush Music Group. And then I also have Unbeatable. So I feel like if I didn't have like proper time management, then I wouldn't be able to do everything that I want to do. So it's like, it's learning how to like balance that out.
So what would y'all two say about producers and their time management? I know a lot of producers, they'll got them flex and be like, bro, I just made 50 beats on my hard drive today. But like, bro, did they leave your hard drive? Did they go to Gmail?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm the opposite of that. Like, I feel like it worked for some people. Like, I done seen Zaytoven and Cassius J cook up a 10-pack, and I bet you somebody got on one of those. They probably did that in an hour. I make like 2 beats a day. I'm not that guy. I be chilling. I work on what I like. I might work on some collabs. If somebody see me an idea, Smash David might be like, hey, yo, I just started some R&B stuff. I just sent it to you. I might work on that, and then I might pop something off by myself. I might make a loop. Play the game. Like, I kind of just do whatever feels right to me. I feel like you can't force it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how you have to be, though. I feel like it's more of like a quality over quantity thing. Like, sometimes you don't always need to be making beats. And I tell my producer this all the time, too. Like, sometimes you need to just be listening to music to hear different sounds, to think like, oh, damn, maybe I should try like this approach, or maybe I should try these sounds. Like, damn, I ain't never heard this on a beat before. Let me try this instrument, you know?
I feel like if you're going to have a immense amount of quality, you got to be efficient. So that means you collaborating. You can't just be
exactly
sitting down just...
And then, like, I've been trying to take a lot of my time to learn new instruments. Like I said, I've been trying to learn how to play guitar and bass. So, like, I really can't just make 10 beats because, like, I've been trying to take, like, a couple days a week and just practice guitar. So you kind of just got to, like, play it how you feel it.
So even though you're making, like, 2 beats a day, how often are you sitting out and networking with people?
Oh, I'm sitting out beats every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got a to-do list, and, like, I got a big whiteboard in my room. And, like, I just go through it and, like, oh, this sounds crazy for Meg. Let me send it to her A&R. Oh, this sounds crazy for Quavo. Let me send it to Quavo. Oh, I'm gonna send this to Chris, engineer, da-da-da. Like, that's kind of just how I do. Like, I do that, like, damn near every day, though.
So, like, there's a question for everybody. Like, just talk about, and this is the last one, just talk about, like, making your own motion. I feel like a lot of producers sit at the crib and they'll be like, oh, I don't know how this nigga gonna find me. Just call my phone and get some work done. It's not really like that. And it's like, when I moved to Atlanta a year ago, that's something I realized, too. Like, I thought, okay, I could just go on Instagram and say I'm here, and niggas be like, oh, TB, come on. But then I realized, like, damn, I got to be in front of niggas' face, so I want to work, follow up, and shit like that. I don't think a lot of producers know about that.
Might have to hit somebody with a double text, bro. Like, people, letting they pride get aside, bro. Like, sometimes I might not respond to you, and I really do want to work with you. I might just have something going on. I might have just argued with my bitch. I mean, my girlfriend, I'm sorry. And fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Let's be respectful.
Yeah, I respect women. But, like, you know what I'm saying? You just never know what's going on, like, with somebody's life. So, like, you can't take it personal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't blow artists' phones up and nothing like that, but, like, you know what I'm saying? I might hit you like, hey, yo, I'm in LA. I can pull up on you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I can sing you something. You in the studio tomorrow. Like, you kind of just got to, like, you know, just be respectful. Play it by ear.
Facts. You definitely got to. A lot of people pride be so high. You know what I'm saying? Super high. You know, they won't spend money. You know what I'm saying? They won't go places. Or I ain't going to pull up there. I ain't going to buy this. Like, sometimes buy your own studio session and invite people. You don't know what's going to happen.
No, literally.
Everybody just always looking for the gray area to succeed. You know what I'm saying? You can create emotion.
I definitely feel like pride is like one of the biggest downfalls in this industry. Like shoot, like I done seen producers come through to a trail session and like he ain't fuck with none of the beats, but that might not even be on you. It might just be like, you know, he just having one of those days. The thing is, you got to come back the next day and like, shit, I got more beats for you. What's up? You know, you can just never give up. Like, I feel like if more producers was humble, they'll go further in this industry.
Facts.
Nah, for sure. Now, I'll tell you, I was broke. I was in LA. I had $500. I went and got a haircut. That nigga said shit, $50. I'm from Atlanta. I thought it was $15. I went down to $450. Couldn't even buy a flight home. But like shit, like you said, I spent the money to go out there, and then I ended up networking and meeting this person and meeting this person, and it ended up paying off more than financially, I'll say. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you gotta like go down to your last dollar to figure it out. Like, you can't be scared to spend your bread either. Like, you gotta figure it out.
And you can't be scared to try new things. Like, when I was putting this beat battle together, like, my thing was like, damn, I'm not a producer. I'm not a DJ. People barely know me in the industry. Like, who's to say that people are actually gonna sign up for my beat battle? But like, that's when you gotta start thinking outside the box. Like, that's when I got with Twisted. Twisted got a beat battle bet. Let me team up with him. Mind you, I never knew Twisted like before my beat battle. Like, I didn't know if he was gonna say yes or no, but you have to take that leap. Like, you have to be willing to chase after your dreams and chase after what you want. And you gotta know what you want.
Hey, so this is random, but I know we did an interview with Don Cannon. He was talking about like old Atlanta versus new Atlanta. So the conversation came about because we were talking like, where is Atlanta going? Where it like leading music and stuff. And he was talking about he was saying basically like Atlanta's like clicked up now. Like everybody has their own camps and stuff. It's not like how it used to be. Like y'all feel like that?
Yeah, it's definitely like, you know what I'm saying? Like you kind of got like, everybody kind of got their vibe, you know what I'm saying? You got your QC, YSL, you got, you know what I'm saying? Savage them, you got Lucci them, YFN, you got, everybody kind of got they set, but I feel like everybody kind of like come together too though. I don't feel like Atlanta like super separated though.
Mm.
I feel that now. Now that I can see it, it's hella groups. I ain't gonna lie. It's hella groups. People be linking up still, but it's hella groups.
I think like what it is, you just got to know how to move around. Cause I mean, it's hella groups, but like, I wouldn't say that everybody's like, I mean, people do be clicked up because of course you're going to be with your set group of friends, but like, there are those people that's willing to like work with new producers. Like Savage don't work with new producers. He don't work with new artists. You get what I'm saying? Like, you just have to know how to move around in the industry. That's really it.
How long you been in Atlanta?
5 years.
Man, we need a Mimi interview, man. That's coming next, y'all. I ain't even gonna speak on it. That's coming next.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
We can do it now for sure. Let's do it.
Any last advice you want to give to the viewers here, producers, anybody?
Yeah, keep God first, cook up every day. It's gonna happen.
Man, say cook up every day and say he make 2 beats.
I like that.
I
Keep
ain't say
God
cook
first
up
though.
10 beats. Cook up, like, you know what I'm saying? Cook up your vibe.
I feel you, man. It's a wrap, man. Appreciate everybody that tapped in. You know what I'm saying? Now we gotta get the cook up in, bro. When we gonna do that?
Whenever, man, let's do it.
Let's
All
do
right,
it.
so it's a wrap. I see you on the next episode, y'all.